Oh hey, didn't see you there. Expensive energy and appliance bills are something that many families in our society know far too well. Water, electricity, gas, mortgage, and so many more. Don't you wish there was a way to escape all that? The stress, the numbers, the worrying, struggling to make all the ends meet? Well, one family decided to build what they call off the grid. The Blights moved down to a secluded bend on the Amazon River called the Rio Mamon, and built an entirely self-sufficient and self-sustainable home, free of the usual expenses of family and home life. Today, they'll be joining us, and I'll be asking them a few questions to gain some insight on their experience on the Amazon and to find out just how attainable this is for the average American. So Benny, tell us about the house you guys built and maybe the appliances or furniture you have in it.
Well, our house is primarily made of 4x8 OSB sheets. We have about 53 of those. Other key features, we have 2x6x8 boards, siding, shutters with mosquito netting to keep out those pesky mosquitoes. We got roofing shingles, trusses. All this adds up to be around just below $2,000, so that was a very economically efficient way to do it. Right here we have the front view of our house. Excluding the roof, it's about, 12 feet high. It's on stilts, which are 5 feet each. We have a staircase leading up to the door. These are our shutters, and the door is 6 feet high. Not much else to say about that, so let's just get that out of the way. Our house floor plan is a lot more interesting. We got a central hallway with the 3 rooms on the right. We have a kid room for 2 kids, Tommy and Timmy. The other kid room is for Tammy. We have a bathroom on the right as well. That's just like your typical bathroom. We got sink, shower, toilet. Each kid room has just a bed and a dresser. The one with Tommy and Timmy, it's got a bunk bed to save space. The master bedroom, queen-size bed, and just a dresser, kind of like the kids' room. Our kitchen, like any other kind of kitchen, just got a table with 6 chairs, fridge, counter, and a stove. And yep, that's pretty much all I have to say about the house.
So Betty, tell me about you guys' water. Where did you get it, and what did you do with all the wastewater?
Well, because of our home's placement next to the Rio Mamon, we were able to use the power of the river to power a right-frame river pump that uses a helically wound polyhose to force an inflow of air and water into the tubing, which brings it up to either a storage tank or the faucet. Because of this, we didn't need an expensive well or the electricity it requires. To dispose of our waste, we built a septic system in front of our house.
So Tammy, tell me about your garden. Like, how big is it, and what kind of things do you grow, and what else do you eat that isn't from the garden?
Well, our garden's about 1 acre of our land, and we grow tomatoes, sweet corn, and peppers, and rice all year round. And we also have cashew trees that provide us with proteins and rich nutrients. We use techniques like composting and crop rotation to protect our plants from threats like disease, pests, and prevent our soil from being overexerted. Our other source besides our garden is the river, where we have fish traps. The traps are made of wire and are big, so we can catch fish like catfish, characins, and cichlids, so we don't have to hunt any other animals in the forest.
So Timmy, what's the climate like?
Well, in Iquitos, Peru, we get a monthly average rainfall of 10 inches, and the temperature is usually around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we boast a nice warm temperature, and we have an all year round growing season.
And how did you produce all of your energy needs?
Well, we decided to go with a solar array because all other options for renewable energy were kind of unfeasible, because in Iquitos, Peru, we have like the lowest wind potential in all of South America, and hydroelectric is just so expensive.
So what was the cost of this whole ordeal? And is it affordable for other families to do?
It certainly is, Helena.
All in all, in our interviews with the Blight family, we have discovered that living off the grid is an inexpensive and rewarding way of life. If you build modestly and are willing to give up some of the amenities of American life, then you can build a very inexpensive homestead. In addition, powering your home is not very difficult or expensive due to the sheer number of alternative ways of producing power. Supplying enough food and water for yourself is also a breeze so long as you know that what you're doing and are willing to alter your diet. With enough dedication, you too can live independently from the grid, just like the Blights.
I'd say my favorite part was researching what kinds of foods to grow in Iquitos.
My favorite part was learning about the different types of people and the different climate and how best to live in a place like Iquitos.
My favorite part of the project was designing the house.
My favorite part was probably figuring out what kind of alternative energy would work best for the climate that we had, and ruling out all the other options based on like price and how it would work out with the climate we were given.
And my favorite part of this project was figuring out all the building materials needed and finding the cost of the building materials for a house to be able to sustain 5 people off the grid.
My favorite part of this project was researching the solar array. It allowed me to view just how inexpensive alternative energy really is.